I would say, what are your top 2 to 3 priorities, between now and the next 2 years that you can kind of share in terms of what you really, in addition to the jobs and job training, that you want to focus in on?
Well, they're all tied to the same thing, bringing financial stability to the city. We've done that, but we have to maintain that, and certainly have some activities in the legislature right now that are trying to destroy that. We need to be very aggressive in making sure that we have a strong city that is financially sound. This is a foundation for getting anything else done. Secondly, is jobs. It's the jobs initiative. As we put people to work, and those that need employment, they find it. Those that are underemployed, they find an opportunity to get back to their chosen profession or their chosen income level. So this is what we need to be focused on. If I can put everything together, it's kind of, as we look at the north side, I'd like to kind of phrase it as from poverty to prosperity. Prosperity is tied to the jobs. So if we have job seekers, we know they're there in North Omaha, and we have job sites, we know we have industrial land, like at the Airport Industrial Park. We need job creators, like Mary Parker, and others who are willing to come and say, I'm going to invest in a building, and I'm going to hire people, and I'm going to create something. If we put all that together, we will get from the poverty to the prosperity. That begins to clean up a lot of other problems that our city is faced with, and certainly the north side is faced with. Tied to that is youth employment. Tied to that is our Heartland Workforce Solutions, a new way of getting people ready for the job market that's more personal, and we will continue to push forward on that.
Well, and you said something that really resonates truly, is that in terms of job creation, that's bringing in new jobs, not recycling jobs. We're bringing in new jobs. And I think you have an advocate in Mary, because she indicated she was going to go back and tell her colleagues about Omaha. And I think, if you can get her on board to talk about Omaha, to me, that creates excitement. It creates somewhat of a curiosity in terms of, okay, if she did it, what was it there in Omaha that we need to go and visit Omaha? So I think we've got an advocate in her, and I think that's going to help, in terms of, actually growing, businesses and jobs in North Omaha. So those are your top 2 to 3 priorities that you're going to be focusing on.
Everything else we're doing in the Suttle administration is tied to those 2 things, or to both of them. And that's the financial stability of the city, and then the creation of jobs, real jobs, jobs that are $14, $16, $22.
I hear you. Keep going up.
$25 an hour.
And that's the beauty of it, because really what we're trying to do is to get people prepared, because we know there's some opportunities coming down the pipe, and we talk about the CSO project, combined sewer overflow, but what we have to do is to get them ready and prepared, so that if they can step, even if it's entry level, but there's some opportunities once they get in there, there's some opportunities to advance, and so that's what we're really looking for.
This CSO project is going to need 1,000 people.
Say that again?
1,000
okay, 1,000
people in the labor area, just alone.
Wow.
Just in labor, being able to do the labor-intensive things in the field, where we're laying pipe, or we're building little mini plants, or whatever it is, or redoing the streets and the sidewalks. After we tear something up, we've got to put back what was there. 1,000. 1,000.
That's a lot. Now, what about contracting jobs? I mean, are there some opportunities there in terms of what the CSO, and if so, who should they talk to?
Well, with the CSO program, a lot of that will be coming out into the marketplace, and certainly right now the best thing to do is talk to Marty Great in the Public Works Department. But we're ready to bring out about 4 major construction contracts. These are large. And of course, there'll be opportunities for sub-consultant work, and we need to get our subcontractors and any of our contractors ready, and that's been done through Preston Love's group.
Sure.
But we have 2 things there. One, how can you be an effective subcontractor to a major contractor on a sewer project like that? And second, how do we break contracts up into smaller components where a small emerging business contractor can be the prime on their own contract. And that's the one that we really need to bring along, and it's going to take some time and patience, but we're starting to get some connectivity on that. We will continue to build on that as we break the city contracts up into smaller and smaller components.
Good, good. So there's some opportunities there. I'm going to leave you with one last question, and that is, what are you most proud of in, you know, in your administration, whether it be personal, you know, professional, but what are some of the things that you're most proud of up to this date that you came in saying you wanted to do, and you feel good about accomplishing those things, but knowing that there are more that you want to do down the road?
Well, I'm very partial to neighborhoods. So anytime I'm interacting with a neighborhood group on any subject, that's what I feel closest to. Is I campaign to be the people's mayor, and neighborhoods are people. So that's why I'm very enthusiastic about continuing Mike Fahey's neighborhood grant program. Our goal is to double and triple it as we go forward in time. And this is just a healthy way to have success at a very grassroots level. I think on the other side of maybe answering that question, I'm most proud of getting back the AAA bond rating for this city. And why is that a big deal? Well, every person has a credit rating. And if you don't have a good credit rating, it impairs you to get loans for a car or rent an apartment or whatever else. This is the city's credit rating. And the better we make our credit rating, the better we're going to compete, and the more we're going to be able to do the things to build streets and sewers and create jobs. So this is why that is so important.
Sure, sure. Well, I really appreciate the opportunity to sit down and talk to you and really hear what you have in mind in terms of what you want for this city and what you're proud of, which you should be, because as you said, that AAA bond rating is extremely important for this city to move forward in some of the things and projects that they want to do. So I really, Mayor, appreciate really, first of all, your friendship. And then secondly, you know, just in terms of what you're doing, staying focused and really, you know, having good people around you, because that's really what it's going to take, is to have good people around you. And I know that we at the Empowerment Network in North Omaha, we want to do all we can to make sure that you're successful and this city is successful. So with that, I just want to thank you. I appreciate you as mayor, and anything that I can do personally or anyone, you know, around in my little circle can help you, certainly will do that.
Well, my goal when we get through my time in office, I want to make sure that all parts of the city are strong and participating in the economy. And we got a lot of heavy lifting to do on the north side, but the leadership's in place.
Sure.
So as mayor, I will be in the second row right behind the leadership of the Empowerment Network and others as we march forward to the future. And I know my role is to focus on these industry jobs, because I've got all the tools here with the chamber to pull that off and make it even better as we implement the wonderful plans for the North Omaha area.
Great,
so,
great. Well, once
always
again,
great to see you.
It's good seeing you as well. Thank you, Mayor.